friends, in this video we'll study about how mismatch repair of the DNA can be achieved. Replication process does not exhibit perfect fidelity in inserting the nucleotide. That is, as the DNA polymerase is inserting the nucleotides, errors in addition of nucleotides can occur, and this will lead to mismatching of the DNA base pairs. These mismatched base pairs can become fixed mutation during the next replication cycle. Thus, it is important to repair these mismatched bases. For this, we have a mismatch repair mechanism to correct the damaged DNA. As we know, our DNA is in the form of a double-stranded helix, which separates into single-stranded DNA during replication. The point at which the DNA is separating into the single strand is called as the replication fork. One of the single-stranded DNA is known as the leading strand, wherein continuous synthesis takes place in the 5' to 3' direction. The other single-stranded DNA is known as the lagging strand, where discontinuous synthesis takes place as the DNA is being revealed, and you get small Okazaki fragments which are then ligated by DNA ligase enzyme. This type of DNA replication is known as the semi-conservative form of DNA replication. Mismatch repair is the correction of mismatched base pairs after the DNA replication has occurred. Since the DNA replication has occurred, there is a need to identify which of these two strands is the daughter strand. Since the wrong base pair is being added on the daughter strand, we consider that the template strand is completely right, and whatever errors are occurring are on the daughter strand. If you fail to identify the daughter strand, in that condition you may consider this strand to be correct, and you will consider this wrong thymine as a correct base, and instead of thymine you will add a adenine over here, which will lead to a mutation. Since initially over here there was guanine cytosine pair which should have been present, instead of this guanine cytosine pair, a adenine thymine pair will be formed, leading to a transition mutation. So basically you need to identify the daughter strand. Now the question is, how are you going to identify the daughter strand? The repair system can actually distinguish between the new strand and the template strand. Instead of identifying the daughter strand, we try to identify which one is the template strand. This distinguishing between the daughter strand and the template strand is based on methylation of nucleotide on specific DNA sequences. In case of E. coli, that is Escherichia coli, this specific DNA sequence is GATC. This is a palindromic sequence wherein the adenine has a methylation only in the template strand. So only the template strand will have this methylation, but the daughter strand will not have a methylated adenine. So this particular methylated adenine allows to distinguish the template strand from the daughter strand. This methylation is carried out by the enzyme DAM methylase, which is encoded by the DAM gene. Thus, immediately after the replication is complete, the double-stranded DNA is hemimethylated, since the methylation is present only on the template strand and it is not present on the daughter strand. Now we will look at the prokaryotic mismatch repair mechanism. In eukaryotes, that is the yeast systems, the mechanism by which the parent strand is identified is unknown, and there is little or no methylation of genomic DNA. So now we will just look at the prokaryotic mismatch repair systems. The mismatch repair proteins are basically responsible to identify the mismatch and synthesize the new proper repaired DNA. We have MUT-S proteins which are responsible for the repair mechanism. First, the MUT-S protein binds to the mismatched DNA sequence. After MUT-S protein has identified the template strand and it has searched the DNA and it is binding to the mismatch base pairs, it recruits other MUT proteins, that is MUT-H and MUT-L. Now MUT-H and MUT-L, they bring MUT-S closer to the GATC sequence. MUT-H nicks the unmethylated DNA, that is the daughter DNA, at the GATC site, after which exonuclease excises the section of the daughter strand from the GATC site to the mismatch. So the entire sequence is excised, leaving a gap in the DNA sequence. This gap is then filled by DNA polymerase III and the final nick is sealed by DNA ligase, leading to the repair of the mismatched DNA. If this video was helpful, then please like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to leave us your valuable comments. Thank you.